Black Friday is one of those things I will never really quite understand. I mean, I understand it. My brain doesn't work that way, or my desire to get deals does not work that way. It's just the phenomena of the human mind, the psychology of wanting deals, the fear of missing out that drives people to stand in line hours in the cold rain, all those stuff to get good deals. Because that's what they're doing today across America and right outside of our stores. They're standing in line waiting. And people have been lined up already for hours and hours waiting to get in. Hello, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jessica.
Years back, we set out to find a lifestyle that allowed us to live comfortably, homeschool our 3 children, and make a life and legacy we would be proud of.
Reselling liquidated goods both online and locally through our bin store was the vehicle that allowed us to do just that.
It's hard work, it's constantly changing, but we wouldn't trade it for the world.
Here's the story of how our small business runs in the midst of all the challenges life throws at us.
As always, thank you for stopping by, and come on in. That was humbling, to say the least. It's a lot of people, and they all behaved very, very nice. But I gave the little playground spiel in the parking lot while people were still in line before we opened up. Pretty much just goes like, this is our playground, and with our playground, there's certain rules that you have to follow if you want to play here, and is that we play nice. You know, no pushing, no shoving, no grabbing items. Because if you don't play by our rules, then you'll have to go to another playground to play at. And it does well. So people usually laugh. They get it. So it was encouraging. I mean, it's 11:40 now. And a lot of customers. Very encouraging. I don't know. I don't even, because it was just a rush. I'm so proud of the team. They did so well with everything. Now we're just trying to get cleaned up, get organized, to figure out if we need to put out more stuff, just because I know the retail side, you know, Black Friday is usually pretty busy during the first couple of hours, and, you know, it kind of dies down after that. But is that the case? Will that be that way for us this year? Or, you know, Saturdays, in my experience, not here at this store, have been like slower. Like they're just not as many people, because usually, you know, people on Thursdays, there are people, you know, around people. Fridays around people. They just get kind of peopled out. So I don't know what to expect tomorrow, but that's why we're trying to figure out if we're going to put out more stuff or not, for the people that do come in and shop. So the day is kind of winding down. It's almost 4 o'clock, and we are on to the next restock, because that's just how the week works. It's like you get done with one restock, and then you're automatically starting to work on the next restock. And I don't know if every bin store is like that, or discount store, if that's how they do things. I know that's how we do things, just because we have all the clothes. We process the pallets, meaning when I say process, meaning that we get these big Home Depot pallets like this. I guess we get, when I say process, I mean that we get these big pallets like this, and kind of what Krista's doing over there, she is going through the pallets and inspecting them, figuring out what's going to go on the wall, and then what items are going to go in the bins. And then like Tanya and Ron, I almost called them Tanya and Ranya. Earlier they were Ranya and Ton when I was trying to figure out breaks, and then it was, instead of Jansen and Ethan, it was Jethan. Anybody else's brain do that, where you just, your brain's moving so fast that the words aren't coming out fast enough, so your mouth is like, let me shorten these words into one word instead of two. But they're going through and starting to get the clothing hung up for this next week, and it's like a never-ending process of it's just the cycle. It's not a bad cycle, it just is what it is. But I believe this week we're going to be expanding our clothing section by one rack. Currently, like these racks that are here behind me, they are 15 feet long, and they're double-sided, so it's technically 30 feet of hanging apparel, and we have 2 of those, so we technically have 60 feet. Well, I'm wanting to expand it to 90 feet of clothing, just because our clothing does sell very well, and it's a competitive advantage that we have over other discount stores here in town, is they don't have clothing at discount prices like we do, and they only start off at $6 on Friday, so it's like a really good deal. So that's where we're doing, and it's just a never-ending process. But that's where I'm going to leave you today, y'all today, because I'm going to be getting off here soon. I guess in about 30 or 40 minutes or so. But I've got to get tomorrow set up because I'm off tomorrow. Technically, I believe I'm going to be off. I'm not going to work here in the store. I may work on some stuff on the computer, because owning a small business, you're never really off. There's always something. You may not be here in the store, but you're just always doing something. But we appreciate y'all so much for watching. It was a busy, I guess one thing you may know, Black Friday, because I posed so many questions earlier about not knowing. It stayed busy almost all day until like the last 30 minutes. Which it blew my mind. It was way different than last year's sales. Definitely going to write some notes for next year. But we'll talk more about it later, because I already told you bye. So until next time, peace.